Good evening. Hi, I'm on Catherine. Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
We can't hear you.
No? Okay. Let me see what's going on.
No,
No?
no. You may have to call it in.
Okay, let me call it in. Let me do that.
We can start.
We can start. Yeah, go ahead and start. Are we started? Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody. This is the Sustainable Bethel Commission meeting for October 18th. And our first item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance, calling in order. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comments? Good.
No, which is great. I haven't done the Pledge of Allegiance in some time. Well, I'm just a guest here, so thank you for having me. I'm just here, I'm assuming to observe, hoping to join the commission with all of you wonderful folks who step up and have put all this together. So thank you.
Did you want to state your name and address for the record?
Sure. Kelly with a Y, last name is Coladarci, Coladarci. And my address is 224B Greenwood Avenue.
Thank you.
Was there any emails or calls by anybody? Okay, great. So we haven't met in a month because we did not have a quorum. So welcome back, everybody. I want to introduce Sanitha Malkani, who is, hi, we still can't hear you. You are on mute.
She's on her phone.
Oh, no, still can't hear. Yeah, she is on the phone.
Hold on.
Oh, she's in the waiting room. Wait. Okay, but you're on mute.
Can you unmute her?
Can you unmute her?
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Can you hear us? No, we can't hear you.
That's strange.
No, she can hear. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. But you can hear us, Sunny, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know what to. Okay.
Okay, let's try this again.
So
So now
if you
can
want
you
to
hear?
write in the chat, maybe. Okay. All right. I'm gonna the next item on the agenda is the chairman's report, and that's where I'm gonna introduce you. So then after, maybe if you want to put in something in the chat after that. So this is Sanitha Malkani. And she was appointed when myself, Kate, and Katie were appointed in 2022. Before that, she was a commissioner on the Energy Commission, which got folded into Sustainable Bethel. But she had to take a pause on the commission because she had business in overseas. But now she's back. We met, and she's excited to be part of our team. She's an engineer, and she brings a lot of great skills and insight related to our mission and our goals, and she will be assisting us with the Sustainable Connecticut application. Her and I met and we had a great conversation, and she's going to be reviewing the energy study that the town of Bethel did a couple of years ago, which is still in play because it's still getting tracked, for us to submit that to Sustainable Connecticut. Well, we can talk offline, Sunny, about you getting access to the application and everything related to Sustainable Connecticut. Did you want to type in, maybe there's something you want to add to anything? Or later? Oh, okay, later, perfect. All right, great. All right, so before September, we did participate in the last Food Truck Friday, which was on August 18th. There were quite a few people, and it was great because we did have an opportunity to talk to a lot of people and continue to create the awareness about the commission. Related to Sustainable Connecticut, the certification, to let everybody know that we did submit 2 categories to Sustainable Connecticut, and they did approve our submission. The 2 were related to the municipal EV training with Live Green that I participated in, and Peter also participated, so did Janice, Director of Economic Development. And the other was, the Board of Ed has an equity statement as well. So that was really great. So that gave us 20 points. We still have a lot more to do. And Tia will bring you up to speed on that under the planning committee report. But that was great. So we got that in before we all left in September. The other part that I wanted to mention was the community match grant. And we've spoken about this before. Sustainable Connecticut has a community match grant as part of their whole organization, where they will match up to $15,000 to an outside organization or an individual, as long as they meet certain criteria related to Sustainable Connecticut. We talked about the Bethel Arts and the Bethel Food Pantry, and you can talk about that later if you want to. But related to that, and we originally, I thought, it's the way I understood it, but I misunderstood, or maybe the way it was explained to me, that we could only do 1 a year. But no, you can do as many as you want within a municipality, as long as they're different. So different individuals, organizations can submit for the community match grant in every single municipality. I had spoken to Janice a little while ago about Bethel Arts, that she also chairs the Bethel Arts, as well as being Director of Economic Development for the town. And she went back to the board, their board, and they are very interested in doing that in 2024. So this will be great for the town, you know, those 2, if those 2 organizations do submit that. Last year, as you remember, I participated in the Housatonic Resource Recovery Authority Regional Recycling Billboard Contest. And I went to their meeting, their recycling task force meeting the other day, and Bethel Board of Ed, the art department, will be participating again in the contest. It's the whole Western Connecticut region participates. The Board of Eds of each of those towns and cities participate, K through 12 students. It teaches them the importance of recycling and how to recycle. This year's theme is keep it loose, don't bag or bundle your recycling. And the student winners of each win monetary prizes, as well as the teacher for their classes. So it's really exciting. Just real quickly, myself, Gabriella, and Tia participated in the transportation and parking public information meeting before we all left in September. That is ongoing, and that meeting, there was great participation, really good questions from the community, and it's still ongoing, and there's still a lot to do. But it's great that we are participating in that, because transportation parking is such a big part of sustainability, trying to move people from one place and to another in different ways, and giving them options and choices. And then the last thing I want to just touch on is the food scrap program. The program's going very well, the pilot. And last week there was a trash talk. It wasn't it was like a public information meeting. There'll be other meetings to engage the public and to get their feedback about the program, and to create more awareness. Also, there's conversations about once that happens and food scraps are getting composted, still looking to see where that can go to be distributed to the public. So that's what I have. Are there any questions? No? Great. Okay. So consideration of approval for the minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, second, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so Tia, you're up.
Excuse me,
Oh.
Katie, you can't vote, right, because you weren't here for that meeting?
August?
Was I
August
not?
16th.
Oh,
I have you marked as absent, is that incorrect?
Oh, I don't know. Oh. Were you on vacation? Maybe you were on vacation. Yeah, you might have been on vacation.
I think Peter was online and you
He
weren't.
was.
That's right, you weren't, yeah.
oh, you're right, yes, I
Yeah,
was
okay.
away.
Okay.
Okay, so then you'll abstain?
Yes.
Okay, so you have 3 on.
Okay. That's why we need you, Mary. We don't know what we're doing here. We need you to correct us on these like administrative type of things.
Thank you.
All right, Tia.
Okay, in terms of the planning committee, we've made some progress and we're about to make more, I'm just sure of it. One of the things that we did was we went through the list of different items that we needed to get information on in order to get our certification, assign different things to different people to fill out. Gabrielle was helping us so wonderfully in getting things, we posted out onto the drive, and then from there, it would get put into the right format for it to be submitted. Right language and all the rest. So we're in the process of doing that. I know for myself, I got a bunch of information about our farm stand program, which we can get credit for, which I'm thrilled. And we do have food stamps through that program as well. So 2 aspects of that were considered. So I have to get that written up. Also found out about our energy work for heating as well as cooling. So keeping people warm in the winter when it's cold out, keeping people cold in the summer when it's hot out. So I have some stuff on that I need to get written up and put in. And then I need to work with the folks in planning and zoning on getting some information about different aspects of planning rules and ADUs and a variety of different things. So I know for myself, I have some work that I need to get done, but we each had different things assigned. We went to a number of meetings with our wonderful interns from the University of Connecticut, and they helped us out in making sure we were on the right track, how we were approaching things to look out for, and also bringing to our awareness different aspects of resources that would be available to us. So we took care of that. So we're just proceeding forward. I think our next meeting is going to be, and I had my calendar open, and when are we doing that? The 30th, I believe.
9:30.
Yeah,
we
9:30
scheduled
and
2
it'll be-
hours.
Pardon me?
We scheduled 2 hours because we wanted to
Yes. yeah.
bang it out.
We wanted to sit down and go through some things. So
10 a.m.
like I said, I know for myself, I've got
9:30 a.m.
lots of information. I just, what's
Not
that?
PM, no.
I thought
Well,
we
no,
talked about
9:30 the
September.
date, yeah,
Oh,
October 30th.
October 9:30 AM.
Okay. Sorry, all right.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, so that should be, we should be able to get through a number of things. So I know for myself, I've got a note to self, get on that. But anyway, so this process that we adopted seemed to be working well. And does anyone have any comments or questions? Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to add that I am really glad that Nick and Lily helped, and that when I thought we weren't going to have enough to be submitted, they in fact submitted it for us, and we got the 15 points.
know.
And then the
20.
initial,
20.
yeah, the 15 points for the
Oh, oh.
equity statement and the 5 points for the training workshop. So, and I think just knowing what works, what can be accepted, the feedback was really straightforward. So I think the more we can input and submit for review as we go, I think we'll make our way through.
And I think one of the, adding to your point, I think one of the nice things with working with them was there was a reassurance of, you know what, if you think something might work, submit it. The worst thing that can happen is somebody comes back and says, no, that's not appropriate, you can't utilize
Right.
that. But like with the way I was reading everything on the farmer's market, it indicated that it had to be within the last 2 or 3 years. And they were like, well, no, not really.
Right.
So that's, you know, they understand that group. And I know we've lost our interns, but we do still have a person who we're working
We have an
with.
assigned person.
Yes.
Yes.
So we'll be able to work with her to be able to submit some things. So that should be good.
Can I actually add about the,
Yeah, under the
Community match.
commissioner, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm wait, oh, is it about the planning?
no, it's about the community match fund.
Yeah, but I want you to talk, can you talk about it under?
Sure.
That's it.
Okay,
Well done.
okay. Awesome. No questions? We're good? All right,
I
commission,
ask?
oh,
Can I
no,
ask?
you can only
Okay.
speak during public
No
comment,
worries.
sorry.
Yeah, that's okay, I'm writing my question.
Okay. it's
I'll get
fine.
them answered no time.
Okay, you're up.
All right, so I emailed with our new program point person. Her name is Ines Ortiz, I believe, and so I started the conversation around the Bethel Community Food Pantry. And it seems as though the program wouldn't be eligible anyways, because there is an income eligibility that's set by the state that the town adheres to for town residents to enroll in the food pantry program. So I'm going to meet with her either way. I met with the program coordinator for Bethel Food Pantry, and they're actually A-okay on funding right now, so not at this time can we move forward with them, but I'm gonna meet with Ines anyways, because I'm a little bit confused, because the income eligibility requirements, it's like a sliding scale depending on how many people in the household.
Mhm.
So to me, I understand it as being accessible to all residents, but I think there's a little bit of nuance around that. So I think meeting with them, having that, fully explained, so then I can better understand what type of programs we can tap into. One of the other ideas that I thought about, since the Bethel Community Food Pantry is not interested in fundraising right now, I know that Parks and Recreation are having a hard time meeting the needs and not enough budget. So maybe there's something that could be.
It can't be a municipal program.
It has to be an
It has
independent
to be
third,
independent or
it has to be a
nonprofit.
non-for-profit, it can't be
Yeah,
a
it can't-
municipal or
see, when-
government agency.
Yeah, I wrote that too.
Well, we'll meet with her, I definitely wanna meet with her too.
Yeah,
'Cause I read through the criteria and I originally thought that even there couldn't be any municipal funding, but then this says major funding sources like grants, corporate sponsorship, available municipal funding cannot make up more than 35% of your crowdfunding budget goal. So let's make the assumption that the food pantry has a separate program, right? They could get up to 35% funding from a grant or municipal funding.
so I was
So-
looking at cause she sent me like the link to where all the crowdfunding happens.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of there's like a food scrap program, there is a lot of programs that seem to be sort of that nuance, like that weird kind of, but not really. So I think just meeting with them, really getting a better understanding of those intricate differences, just because from the way I understand it and can see it, I would think some of these programs may be eligible, but obviously it depends, so we'll see.
Yeah, and I'd be curious to find out with like Parks and Rec if they have something special that they wanted to do. But it's not part of their regular activities.
Mm-hmm.
If that's something that falls outside the criteria, because I know with a lot of grants, if it's for a new startup program that's not normally part of their budget or falls outside of, like, let's say they wanted to do something at McCower Park to, I don't know, put in a pollinator garden or
Mhm.
something. It's outside of their regular activity, it's not part of their regular budgeted stuff, so that might,
Yeah, I asked if it should only be new initiatives. So we'll see what they say, because that definitely, I think the pollinator gardens is something that we've spoken about before, and if, we'll see what we can sort of help in the community.
Yeah, well, we should definitely ask that question. I just don't, I mean, I don't, the way I understand it, it cannot be a municipal program. So if they come up with something that they feel there's a need, or they know there's a need because they've done some study, and maybe an individual or a nonprofit takes that on, maybe that's the way, I don't know, they'll let us know.
yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
it could be something where you have, I'm just using it as an example,
Right, I
not
see.
saying that they would, but like maybe having, well, Parks and Rec wants to do it and they want to do it under their auspice, but they can't do it themselves. Maybe they have somebody like the garden club or somebody
Exactly, that's what
along
we were
those lines.
saying, yeah,
So another entity that is,
but they're involved, and they could help fund it up to 35%, that's what this says.
right,
And,
So
and I
there
guess
might
that's
be
why it was
An
really
opportunity,
confusing to me too, because a lot of the partners are
but that's,
organizations.
well, and the thing is,
towns,
that's
so.
who the money goes to, is the partner, not Parks and Rec.
right,
So Parks and Rec can't apply for it,
Mhm.
because we go through this with ARP all
right,
the time.
it's, exactly,
Who can apply for something,
Mhm.
so it can't always be like them, but their partner organization can apply.
right, and again, they can fund
But that's a great-
35%.
that-
So there
Yeah.
might be an opportunity there. So let's find out, because it was confusing to me too, even after I read it, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I was like looking at the eligibility criteria and the programs and the partners that were there. So I was just like, where's the line? So I guess they just have to draw the lines.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it'd be great if it were the partners, because that may expand a lot of their opportunity to do things too, because
right,
they may have other projects that they're interested in and just didn't have the funding for it.
I know last year they did a partnership with some like theater arts, the people that helped put on Mean Girls in that show. It was like a separate
Entity.
regional
okay,
Yep.
entity,
okay,
so.
well, so maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Painting a crosswalk. I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay.
Okay, is there anything else on your end?
No.
Besides that you're running for Board of Ed?
I wasn't sure if I was allowed to say that, but I'm running for
Well,
Board
but
of
everybody
Education.
knows it's been in the news, on the press, you know.
Yeah, I'm running for Board of Education, and come out November 7th and vote for me, please. Although I don't know if I could say that right now, so maybe scratch that. But yeah, that's it for me right now.
Okay, and you have something about Earth Day, that you have a tickler file on that, or?
About,
Well, as a tickler file, no, I mean, that's like such an old term from actually one of my bosses. In your phone, you have like a reminder of.
Yes, I have a reminder to start planning next year's Earth Day in November, so that's coming up quickly, so. I'll be sending out emails to everyone who's involved last year. I think that's where I'll start. Well, everyone on the planning committee last year, so Bethel Land Trust, JD and
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. Yeah,
Oh, great,
if there's anyone else that we should pull into that,
yeah.
I'm not really sure. But we'll start small, and if there's anyone that we find that wants to be more involved, then we can spread out and get more people in. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about Earth Day.
No, that's fine, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
In November, that was like the magic month,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know, we just were like, November, sounds good.
Right, last year
Yeah.
was like March, you get it done in a month.
So anything sooner than that is better.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I did a little bit, I looked into category 3. I'll say I took a break because I was a little
well, yeah, we all did,
I just-
everybody was like a little crazy, right? go ahead.
but I looked into some of the specific criteria for category 3 items, and I kind of pulled out the items that I think that we can meet, or that will take just a little bit of work for us to put together. And my next step was to meet with Bethel Land Trust.
Which one was category 3 again?
It's the well stewarded land
Oh,
and
right,
natural
right, right.
resources. So open space plan, wildlife and natural resource inventory, managing woodland and urban forests, and facilitating invasive species and pollinator pathways. I
Okay.
think that those are the 5 categories that we have a lot already
Yeah.
done for, so I just need to meet. I was thinking about the land trust. I don't know if anybody else wants to meet, or if there's anyone else that you think might be good to pull in, or just start with Bethel Land Trust.
When we met with them last year, it was, right? And they had a lot of information already.
They had the PowerPoint.
Right.
Unfortunately, it was November's meeting. It's not on YouTube, so I couldn't find it. It's
Did you
the
find,
one
do you
we-
have, I think I have PowerPoint.
I have the PowerPoint.
Okay.
It doesn't have information. It doesn't have a lot of
No, it
information.
doesn't. It
No,
doesn't.
so I wanted the recording, but it's
But
not.
JD
there.
looked at the categories and there were like you said, there were
Right.
like 3 of them or something,
He
or
looked at
4
the
of them.
main categories,
Yeah, and because they have
but
that.
doing a deeper dive into it,
Okay,
into what you actually submit, because there are
right.
like 1 to 5 submission options.
Mhm.
I pulled out what I think is relevant, so I think it might just be a one-on-one meeting with JD to kind
Yeah.
of go through
Yeah.
it a bit more.
Yeah, they have so much information.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been around for, I think, over 40 years, right, Mary? The
I'm
BLT?
not really sure.
Yeah, I think so. So they have a lot of stuff. They've done a lot of stuff. So that's great. That's great.
Let me know if you need help with that.
Okay, do you want to be in the meeting?
Sure.
Do you still interested in meeting with Bethel Land Trust?
So I think I finally got into the loop.
Oh, okay.
So I think that from now on, hopefully I'll be more aware of what they're doing.
Okay.
I'm actually volunteering on Saturday. We're gonna do some like trail cleanup and stuff like that. So I'll see what's going on there, and if JD is there, I'll.
He's
touch
probably gonna be
base,
there.
yeah. Okay. But yeah, in general, for sure.
That's all I have.
That's great. Anything else?
Or just, you have the Sustainable Bethel Commission contact list that you published, right, that you sent it?
Yes, I said, it's on
Okay.
the Google Drive.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then, I had a wrong email for Gabriella.
and Mary Churchill's is wrong too.
Okay, Mary.
And because it should be Bethel with an L at the end of it, you have
Oops.
BETHE.
Gabriella will update that on the drive. That's why it's on the
I
drive.
think that's why it didn't go blue.
Thank you. All right.
And yeah. In the name, it's Bethel C Contact. It should be Bethel Contact with the capital C, but it's got a capital C and then a space and then the word
All right,
contact.
you'll make those changes.
Trying.
Wait, you do it, you have to do it right now.
For sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
churchillm@bethel-ct.gov.
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tia.
And it went live immediately, right?
Well, yeah, because you were all on, because you're all on it. You're all on the Google Doc.
Well, no, I mean, once.
Oh, once you make a change, yes. Yes, absolutely. Right, is there anything else? Next meeting is November 15th. It's a week before Thanksgiving. Okay with everybody, I hope? Yep.
7 p.m.
Wait, sorry, which November
15th.
15th?
So, okay, awesome. All right, if there's nothing else, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Sure, motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Oh, okay. Sonny, I'll talk to you.